Ron Joseph Davis Jr. is being honored today in a ceremony to rename Flint Fire Station Number 1 after him. The reason for this honor, Davis blazed the trail as the City of Flint's first African-American firefighter, beginning his career in 1961. Of the 24 years he served the Flint community, he was the only African-American firefighter for 14 of those years. Retiring in November of 1985 as a provisional sergeant, Mid-MichiganNow spoke to Davis, who seemed surprised by this honor.
I was just dumbfounded. It was just hard to believe. I didn't know what to say. I hope they continue to be as watchful for the citizens of Flint.
What defines us is how we rise, and we've done a great job here today making sure we honored this great individual for the service that he gave to this community and also to his country.
Imagine taking your at-home COVID-19 test and you see a faint line as a result.
I would get a second opinion.
I will stay at home for that day and probably the next morning take another one and see what it says.
Any line shouldn't be ignored. It should be considered a positive test.
With some people using at-home COVID-19 test kits, making sure you know how to judge a faint line versus a solid line is important, Dr. Bobby McCamala says. Dr. Bobby is a part of the American Medical Association, and he says regardless of how vivid the line is, you still have the virus.
Because it takes so much virus to create even a faint line. So if you're seeing any line at all, that means there's virus in you.
Dr. Bobby says in order to receive accurate results, you need to precisely follow the specific test instructions.
Because if you don't do it right, if you don't do it in the right part of the nose and you don't put it in enough and you don't get enough sample, then you're going to get a false negative.
Dr. Bobby does say no matter how faint or strong the line is on the test, people should still do what needs to be done to keep everyone safe around them.
And so the line intensity is not a great way to determine how at risk you are and then act accordingly, which is, quarantine for those 5 days.
I spoke with the lead recruitment specialist, Natalie Hooks at PMC Staffing, who told me not all employers look at resumes for just a few seconds. But for those who do, it could be because of many things, with one of those things being typos. Natalie says employers look for key things when looking at your resume. She says keeping your resume short and sweet is key in order to not be looked over. Natalie says a resume should be no longer than 1 to 2 pages, and employers look for 3 most recent positions. She also says people should focus in on their hard skills instead of their soft skills and provide a professional summary.
Those hard skills are what you've gained through training. Soft skills are going to be personality traits. It's super exciting when you get a resume that instead of listing they're a hard worker, it lists my long-term employment goals are this and this. This is what I seek for from a company.